Ross again.
And we're here at Subculture, our 4th show. Aren't you excited?
Yeah, Paige, see, show number 4, if a TV show makes it to show number 4, it's like reaching a milestone, Paige.
Yeah, it's like a month.
This is show number 4. Because it's show number 4, this is going to be a very huge show. And I'm noticing something that's happening from show to show.
What's that, Ross?
Every show, Paige, we got a little bit closer.
I know, look at this.
The first show that we started out, Paige and I were like this.
Like he's by the trees and I'm by over here.
I'm over in the woods, Paige. You're by the brook. Who knows what's going on? Slowly, we're getting closer and closer, though, Paige.
Before you know it, I'd be on top of you.
What I'm seeing here, Paige, is by episode number 10, they could have us off the air because it could get too taboo for public television.
No, we're not taboo, though, right, Ross?
We are not, Paige.
Now, I'd like to give a shout out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to 519 Stewart Ave and all my sisters. And how about my Stats 211 class, because we're finally, at least I'm finally understanding the work.
Paige, I think it's very nice of you every week to give shout-outs to everybody.
Well, thank you.
And I'd like to do a little shout-out to whoever is taping our show. Because since this is such a huge show, I asked people beforehand if I probably asked 10 people to tape the show. This way I figure at least 1 or 2 of them will do it, and hopefully we'll each get a tape.
Yeah.
Now, Paige, last week I brought up the issue about my hair.
You got a little snippy.
It was cut. They cut a little bit too much off my head, and I felt like I was sort of small. I felt like I was sort of pinheaded, Paige, to say the least.
A little cone-headed there.
I felt like they had snipped off too much, and maybe I was inadequate on my head. So, what I'm trying to say is that this week, Paige.
You don't look inadequate, is what I'm saying.
No, this week I think it's grown in pretty quickly, and I have more hair, and I feel like I'm more of a man now that I have my hair back.
Well, I'm glad you have your hair back. I think your hair looks pretty damn good right now, and I'd like to a little recap of last week too. I took a poll.
Paige, wait, hold on a second. I'm getting very excited. Is there
Okay.
anything you'd like to review?
Yes,
What would you like to review, Paige?
about the poll that I took last week.
All right.
And the consensus was that I should stay in the type of shirts that I normally wear, for they're more attractive.
Well, Paige, I think you in these tight shirts, it shows the quintessential Paige.
Yeah.
It shows Paige in her fullest form. Okay?
Fullest, voluptuous.
Exactly.
That's cool.
That's the way it should be, Paige. Now, Paige, since it's going to be such a big show, I think you should go over the topics to give everybody a little idea of what's going to happen.
Okay, well, we have, I think 3 is our topic number for today, but we can always
3
increase.
major themes.
3 major themes of this week. And the first one is constraints of a taboo nature. Second, homosexuality in animals. Does that really exist? And our third one is...
That's a real brain teaser.
It is. And the third one, which I think I'm going to enjoy because I feel like I won with it, is experiences with body piercing.
Okay, Paige, it sounds like it's going to be a huge show. We're not going to take any phone calls just yet because it's still a little early. And
we haven't even talked about a topic yet.
We haven't even reached the topic yet, Paige. All right, so...
Let's start.
Yeah, why don't you kick this off?
All right, now, I have this little, I guess, intro to our little first discussion, and it's on constraints. Now, we all have them. I have time constraints, party to party, where to be, when to be, and all that. It's a lot of frustration there. You have responsibilities, what role you are. Some things constrain you. But what really gets me is undergarment constraints. Now,
Paige, I'm glad that you brought this up. And it would take someone like you, Paige, to bring up a topic as taboo as this.
Yes, this is pretty taboo, but I think it's educational as well.
It is. Well, Paige, see, the beauty of our show is that everything we do is education. A very wise man once said, the great aim of education is not knowledge, but action. And Paige, this is an action show. We do things.
Action-packed.
Paige, we're movers on this show. We're movers and shakers. We like to shake things and move things.
So, at least you do.
Well, Paige, you don't even know the half of it. No, but seriously. Do we have some exhibits?
Yes.
That we can use to
we have a few pieces of articles of clothing that were donated to us that we can just show the constraints that a woman and a male have.
Okay, Paige, this sounds huge.
Now, I like starting off from top to bottom, if you don't mind.
Well, Paige, now it's funny you mention that because I find that it's a very natural thing to start out at top and then go down, and it just seems to work out well.
So I'm going to go to my little bag of tricks over here and start off with the bra. Now, from last show, by the way, I just like to show everyone to open a bra, it's like that, voila. But That was from last week, so we won't go
So what
back
you're saying,
there.
Paige, is that you pull it apart and then
It opens.
it opens up.
So this is just an average bra. Everyone see, well, nice and silky, smooth. And this constrains women. Now, men do not have to wear these 24/7. And let me tell you, Ross, as soon as I get home from a hard day at work, this is the first thing I want to take off.
Paige,
besides my
after
shoes.
I come home from a hard day at work, it's the first thing I want to take off, too.
Well, I don't
Paige,
doubt that.
Au contraire, Paige, a little touche here. I think men face, they face a different type of problem in their clothes.
And what's that, Ross?
Paige, depending on what type of undergarment you like, be it marble bags, be it midway briefs, be it the boxers, depending on which one you like, there's a different level of control that's provided.
I agree.
Once again, we're going to hold off on the calls until a little bit later.
Yeah, we got to finish this off here.
Exactly. We need to do a presentation because, like I said, education is the key.
It's key.
It's the key on this show, Paige.
So you're going to show some of men's clothing?
Yeah, Paige, I'd love to show some. Okay, now, everybody knows what your typical marble bags looks like, tighty whities. We happen to have a pair of tighty whities that isn't so white, it's in black. Everybody knows what boxers look like. We don't need to go through that. But there is one type of male undergarment that it's been well publicized. I don't know who created it. Maybe it was the great Calvin Klein. Maybe it was the great Ralph Lauren himself. But Paige, it's the midway brief.
Check that out.
In my opinion, I'll go into detail later. In my opinion, the midway brief is the most superior undergarment that a man can wear.
Why is that?
Paige, hold off a little bit. I'm going to tell you later. But just trust me, give me a few minutes. Paige, why don't you show us one of your pieces?
All right, one of my pieces, one of my two. Okay, the first one, sorry for that little thing over there, is a nice little bodysuit kind of thing. It's nothing major. See, check it out. But
Paige, you're right about that. It's nothing major.
not much cotton going on there.
No way.
But check out the rear. Yeah.
Paige,
Now,
that just says, show me the buns, Paige.
right, and this is what this constrains. And I personally wouldn't find this very comfortable.
Well, Paige, I could see that
I had to wear
that
this.
little strip of fabric underneath. That could be relatively annoying.
I would think so. I mean, you'd probably have to
Because
pick it or
you don't want to wear that if you're tree climbing. If you're tree climbing and you're jumping from limb to limb, and for some reason
Gets caught.
the shoulder strap gets caught on the branch, Paige,
your whole body's going with it.
that's gonna hurt.
That's heavy. That's going to hurt.
So, all right, back to the underwear. Now, see, the beauty of these things, what makes these the ideal form of underwear for men, is that
In your opinion.
it's a mix between a boxer and marble bag.
So
Now,
we
first-
call it boxer bag?
We call it boxer bag. I'm gonna go through the advantages and disadvantages quickly of boxers and just regular briefs.
Okay.
Problem with briefs, they give you nice support. You don't
think
bounce around
you don't
too
have to
much.
adjust.
Right. You don't have the adjustment issue.
Because that bothers me when guys
I
have
know
to adjust.
women hate adjustments, so it prevents having to do adjustments.
Okay.
The issue with that, though, Paige, is for those guys who aren't so well endowed, they don't want to be seen walking around in a pair of these tighty whities, Paige, because it's showing.
They might get their butt kicked in the locker room.
Right, Paige. I mean, it shows all. But the problem with boxers, on the other hand, is that by noon, those things are like up 5 inches above your navel, Paige.
That just gotta suck.
Paige, they're killing you. They've like put a ball on your leg and they've thrown you in the screen, Paige.
They're riding. They're
killing you.
riding. Okay, so they're not constraining enough. But
They're
you
not
think
constraining enough. You swing around there and it's awful. So the beauty of these is that they keep you warm in the winter, Paige, and they hold everything together. Yet they're not like the marble bags in that they come up like this. Okay?
All right, so your winner is the midway briefs.
Midway briefs all the way. I give these things a 10.
Now, my most non-constraining and most practical are the regular briefs for women.
Those are beautiful, Paige.
They're just there for the use that underwear is there for, and they're comfortable. They don't ride up. You don't got to pick your wedgie
They're
around.
functional.
They're functional.
Okay.
And with that, we're going to go to some videos. You can call with your ideas.
And when we come back after the videos, we'd like you to call and give us some input. Like I said, there's nothing Paige and I like more than inputting. So give us some input, and we'll discuss the superiority of the different types of undergarments.
Okay.
Natural selection, I've like actors who play Jesus in movies of the week. What other people wish for oozes from my every pore. I'm the copy, not the sleep. And I'm the song about the song that once said something new. I'm a scandal that's unfolding. I'm a picture that I'm holding of someone who is cool. Someone who is cool. Someone who is
Hi, welcome back to Subculture. Those are some good videos, I guess.
Paige, as always, they were great videos. We have a caller now, so we're going to take this.
Subculture.
Hey, how you doing down there tonight?
Hey,
Hi, how are you?
What's the topic? What's going on down there?
Well, we were discussing what type of undergarments are superior for men and women.
Constraining wise, if you don't.
Oh, constraining wise.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Have you guys been talking about maybe, I don't know, like people that are kind of well endowed and stuff, maybe?
That was brought up, but that was only.
What's that? What's going on?
That was brought up a little bit, but the thing was, we were trying to figure out the relative advantages and disadvantages,
Of
if you're
where?
talking about men, of marble bags, midway briefs, and boxers.
Oh, I could go on for hours about that. I don't know where I
What-
could even begin. I mean,
Now-
Right, well,
there's
well-
definitely the benefit of the boxes,
It's-
but you know, Ross, I mean, I'm sure you had the same problem. They were on the side. Sometimes you get a little bit of hanging out. Maybe, it's a little early. Maybe the little woodchuck is showing his head a little too early.
I hear you.
Something like that. You ever had that problem?
I've never had that
Well,
problem
you caught me off
personally,
guard on
but
that one.
Oh,
See,
Paige, don't tell me you didn't have that problem. Every once in a while, I'm sure there's a little THO going on down there, all right?
this is exactly why I usually go for the midway brief.
Oh, yeah, since we're talking about undergarments, I'm thinking I'm going to direct this one question to Paige. Paige, do you suggest to women of the Ithaca community to use Band-Aids to protect against THO if they're going out without a brassiere on, or maybe not? What are we doing here?
I personally, I don't kind of approve of those that don't wear a bra. It's kind of socially unacceptable, but I don't know if sticking adhesive there it'd just be painful, I think.
Really?
So I say just get the nice, nice and silky like what I got. It's all good.
Do you appreciate the terminology, though?
Because there are a lot of sticky substances people use today. I mean, I had a date when I was in high school that actually, when she went to the prom, she had one of those backless dresses.
I have
and she
one of
actually
those.
wore a sticky bra who actually went under there,
I had a
So
strapless bra.
in taking that thing off, I'm just imagining a guy like you probably got that thing
Gotta
off
go
as
pretty
soon as the
fast.
prom was over. You had
It was
that
actually a little bit painful, unfortunately. It's
Yeah.
actually like that new thing that had the Biore thing that takes the little blackheads out of your nose.
That
it
just
did a
might
good job
hurt.
on the breast, actually.
Yeah, so I just recommend, find if you want to be skimpy, find a skimpy bra, but there are around.
I see. Where would you find a good skinny bra these days, do you think? Where's a good place?
Well, I really want to know where to get that because I don't think I could wear a skimpy one.
Oh,
Do-
Paige, come on. I know that you would love a big pole up your ass if you really enjoyed it. I mean, a big fat one.
No, I don't look into that kind of freaky
I
stuff.
think you do. I think a giant, big, rock-hard dick up your ass.
Hey, we can't
Cut it
have
out
that fun
there.
here. Hey, I thank you for calling. We really appreciate you talking about the
Big fat
woodchuck.
cocks up
But
your
we're
ass.
gonna have to
Okay,
go.
all right, bye.
Well,
We don't gotta get vulgar when we discuss this. This
Paige
is
and I
very
like to keep
educational.
a little bit of
Decorum.
decorum on the show.
I like to say that.
If we could keep that kind of talk off, that would be
Yeah,
that'd
we
be
don't
good.
use it. You shouldn't either, kind of thing.
Because see what happens is when we bring up that sort of talk, it's not that Paige and I are prude. It's that our producer, he's almost fallen off his chair in there.
Yeah, and then he
if he
can't
falls
produce a
down and
show.
his glasses break, he snaps his neck. No
What
more
are we to do?
subculture.
And you don't want that.
Ithaca, bye bye.
So you gotta just
we gotta call
keep it
here.
on the low for them.
Hey, how are you, subculture?
Yes, this is William Skinner.
William, how are you?
William, how you doing?
I see your topic is constraints.
Exactly.
Can I ask you a question, William?
Go ahead.
Do you attend Cornell University?
I do not attend any university.
Okay, thank you. You can go on now.
Okay.
I got caught him off guard or something.
The topic tonight is constraints. I'd like to talk about the biggest constraint that the government has put on us.
Okay.
What do you guys feel about eggnog? Do you like it?
I've never had it, actually.
Now, Paige, he's hitting on something big here. I don't. It takes me a while to catch on to William because he's a very clever guy.
He is. He's a smart fellow.
Exactly. I don't know the direction in which he's going totally just yet. But in eggnog.
Wait, chicken. Chickens lay eggs. Chickens from Area 51. I'm sorry.
Paige, you're a genius.
I know.
No.
No?
No,
Eggnog,
that's not.
everyone likes eggnog.
Okay.
And notice eggnog only comes out during Christmas time.
Right.
And then it disappears January 1st. The government takes it away.
Why would the government do such a horrible thing?
Because eggnog has a chemical in it that increases the economy. Christmas time, they release it, people spend more, therefore increasing the economy.
Now, wait.
So this is a scheme by the bankers around the world to control the economy.
The businesses, too.
And by doing that, Paige, they can control the stock market, and they know exactly where to invest their money.
Because eggnog, everyone likes eggnog. And if you think about the laws of supply and demand,
But I don't
people
like
would
eggnog.
Eggnog, therefore they should supply it year-round. But that's why you have to stock up, because the government takes it away.
Paige, he's absolutely right, Paige.
But I've never had eggnog, and I still spend money.
Paige, I don't know what to say to that.
Okay.
But the thing is, it's very sweet tasting.
Is it
It's a-
It's more of a Christian thing. That's
See-
why it's around Christmas time.
Yeah, I'm not
That's true.
Christian, so I don't celebrate that.
Exactly.
So what about all the non-Christians? They don't partake in this drink and...
Non-Christians don't. That's why Christmas time is one big giving, one holiday. And the Jewish spread it off over 7 days. So we get the eggnog in. And a lot of people don't realize that the Federal Reserve controls eggnog.
No.
It's one of the tools they use to stimulate the economy. They have interest rates. They could control buying and selling government securities. And eggnog.
So this is one of the big guns of the U.S.
The
government.
big tools
Paige.
they got.
If they had to, they could break this out in a time of need.
Yes, they can.
I mean, I'm surprised. Now,
It was released during the Great Depression.
I was just going to say, nobody knows about it except for William and me.
And now the whole
During the
Ithaca
Depression,
community, though.
and in '87, when there was that major correction, Paige, people were in their closets drinking eggnog.
No way.
Yeah,
People-
You know what this reminds me of? The bunny for Easter. They only break that guy out for Easter. The Cadbury bunny.
I see, Paige. Paige, if we look at it that way, we're going off on the Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus.
Okay,
and then here.
They
William
do
Skinner
store the
makes me
eggnog at
think
Area
that.
51, though.
Oh, they what?
They stored the eggnog at Area 51.
Did I call that, William, or what?
Yeah, you said the chickens lay egg, and eggnog really isn't anything. It's more of an addictive chemical.
Okay, well, thank you for that insight. We're going to get on to our other topic, but we hope to hear from you next week. Okay?
Thank you, William.
Bye. He always provides us with...
Yeah, William gives us a little bit of insight every week.
Eggnog.
For those of us who haven't been watching us regularly, I don't know who that would be, considering I think all of Ithaca watches Paige.
And Ross.
Exactly. Paige,
Our next topic.
I sit around, I think a lot, Paige. I'm a thinker. Now, the thing is this. I'm wondering, can animals show homosexual traits, homosexual characteristics? I want to know if it's possible for animals to be gay. And this is just something, just purely from a rational point of view.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this is possible.
Now, see, I don't know.
Do you have any experience, Paige, some sort of insight that you could...
I had pets. I did as a child, but they all died.
Well, Paige, all right. So wait, what is this? This doesn't reveal anything about homosexuality, about animals. Why? I mean, what happened to your pet? How did he die?
My parakeet had diarrhea and died, and it was very sad.
Paige, light bulb, all right?
Okay.
I think that example that you just gave there, although you didn't know it at the time that you said it, that shows proof of homosexuality among at least birds.
Because
the reason your bird died was because he crapped so much. And the reason he crapped so much is because he's not very tight in his butt. Okay?
So he has a loose butt. What's
He
wrong
has
with
a loose butt,
butt?
and this is exactly why he died. No, there's nothing wrong with Paige. I'm not passing judgment.
Are you calling Freddy homosexual?
Paige, I wouldn't call anybody anything because I'm very open-minded. I don't judge them, Paige. All I'm trying to say about the bird is that he showed in his example, in his life, he died, Paige, for the good of science. The bird, I think, appreciates education, and that's why he was willing to die. But Paige, I don't know if we can go by this one isolated example.
Yeah, I
So
mean-
what do you think we should do?
Get callers?
Get callers.
Looks like we have one.
Subculture.
Hello, this is Gaston.
Hey, Gaston, ¿cómo se
How you
va?
doing?
How are you?
Watching your show tonight. It's going well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I think homosexuality is, is a question, is it nature or is it nurture?
I learned about that in rural sociology.
That's
actually.
true. That's true. But all right, you sound like somebody who's fairly knowledgeable when it comes to biology.
Yeah,
I don't know why I think this, but I just think you are. What do you think of my theory about the bird?
Ross, I also think this guy experiments a lot.
Well, I'm not going to tell you my opinions regarding the birds, but what I'd like to talk about is bees.
Bees.
And I'm sure we all know the birds and the bees, so I'm going to choose the bees.
Okay,
Okay,
sounds good.
fine. I
There
chose
was
the
an
bird.
experiment performed last year, and what they did was they mutated a single gene in the bee.
Okay.
And it caused the males to perform in sexual behavior towards each other. They completely avoided the females, and they began to mate with each other, well, at least attempt to mate. It's not morphologically possible.
So
So,
in this, I'm saying that it's nature
possible.
then, right? It's not nurture?
well, I think it's a little bit of both, but I think there is a solid genetic influence in this.
See, Paige, once again, this show, Paige, although we're rather taboo, it could become like the next Nova, Paige.
Seriously, we just discovered that bees can be altered to
This could
be
become
attracted to only
this could
males.
become bigger than Carl Sagan's series on the cosmos, because Paige, we enlighten people about all sorts of things.
And I'd like to, add one more comment here. Although I think homosexuality does have a genetic link, I think a lot of people, mainly men in this case, who are rejected by girls in society, tend to favor males. For instance, I had a roommate last year. I won't name his name, but apparently he was Mormon.
Okay.
Very moral guy. Lectured me all year
Yeah.
on about being moral and how non-religious I
And
was.
you weren't moral, were you?
And this year I just happened to log into his webpage and I noticed that he has declared himself gay. So, I mean, here's a guy who last year said he wasn't gay at all, and now the guy, he's just a flying homosexual. He's going after all these men. He's
Nurture or
on
nurture?
the internet relay channel talking to other homosexuals.
It sounds like this guy one time he was vehemently against any sort of deviations from the norm, and now he's like the iconoclast, Paige.
You
I mean,
think?
yeah, well, I think so. I mean, not necessarily in my
Like
eyes.
your word choice there, Ross.
Thank you.
Good SAT word.
No problem.
Don't you love SAT words?
I gotta crack those out once in a
I
while,
have a
Paige.
quick friend here, is JP. I think you know him. He wants to make a quick comment.
Okay.
How you guys doing, Ross and Paige?
Oh, we're doing great,
Hey there,
Paige. How are
JP.
you?
I'm doing well, Paige. Now, I present a different view from Garen. Now, what I just say is, I don't think that it's genetics. It's by choice. Because if you look at animals, what do you ever see two male animals, two female animals engaging in sexual activities?
Well, see, if did you hear my bird example before?
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
what's the bird example? I missed that.
The bird example is this. Paige I was questioning Paige
I had a young-
on whether or not she could tell me any example that would reveal whether homosexuality exists in animals. And
JP,
Paige said this.
Yeah, I had a parakeet, and it died of diarrhea, and we've decided that it was because he crapped too much because his butt was too loose, and that was because of homosexuality.
Are you kidding me? You can't take that as evidence.
Yeah, no, that is evidence. That's without a doubt, that proves what we're trying to say here.
It's food poisoning. Did you actually see two birds on top of each other with this little penis sticking out inside the other bird?
Oh, James, you said the P-E-N-I-S word. You said,
Sorry, I won't say it again.
all right.
But now I have to
that's
scold
fair.
you.
Well, you know what? I'm very glad you called in because once again, we educated our viewers, and there's nothing we like more than to do
We
that.
like talking about the birds and the bees.
Right now, though, we're going to go to some marvelous videos that I'm sure you'd like to see because they're great and you've heard of them before. Okay?
Okay.
So we'll see you in a few
Be right
minutes.
back.
All right.
Okay.
Before I met bus and try to cuss him. The cops want someone to bust down on Orleans Avenue. Another day, another dollar, another war, another tower went up where the homeless had their homes. So we prayed with many different gods as there are flowers, but we call religion our friend. We're so worried about saving our souls, afraid that God will take his toll, that we forget to begin. But who will save your soul when it comes to the beggars now? Oh, I'll save your souls for those lies that you tell, boy. And who will save your souls if you won't say your own? Some walking, some talking, some stalking. Their kid got Social Security, but it doesn't pay your bills. There are addictions to feed, and there are mouths to pay. So you bargain with the devil, but you're okay for 2 days. Say that you love them, take their money and run. Say it's been swell, sweetheart, but it was just those flings, those things you got to call. So get out on the streets, go to the bus stop. But who will save your souls? Those lies that you tell, boy. And who will save
Hey, welcome back to Subculture. The last topic we have, Paige, is something I think that you can give a good degree of insight to,
Okay.
considering that it's something that you chose to do.
Okay.
The last topic, Paige, I want to cover here is body piercing.
And eyes pierced downtown.
Paige is pierced down south, not so south that there's penguins walking around, but she's pierced down south. So, Paige, I'm just wondering, there's a few things that we have to think about
Okay.
regarding body piercing. Now.
I think I really want to talk about that.
Okay.
My question is, when you get it done, because it's your choice to do whatever piercing you like, wherever, whenever, is it sanitary? I don't know if that's the right word. Clean? I know people that have gotten their tongue pierced or their nose pierced, but what about when you're sick and you go to a party, let's say? You drink a few, too much maybe, and you gotta blow chunks. It gets in.
Now, I think what Paige is talking about is, say you have this big, huge, clunky bolt in your mouth, or a big pin or something, some big knob type thing, that if you went to a party and say, once again, we'll bring a crack in the elbow, tossing them back, you just slam them, Paige,
Slamming.
and you get ill.
Get ill, for whatever reason though.
Now, say you ate something like
Burritos.
Or what I'm thinking of, Paige, is like lasagna, where when you
Long
eat
pasta.
long pasta, not only that, Paige, but continuous pieces of cheese.
Sticky cheese.
Continuous pieces of sticky cheese. So if you get ill, Paige, and your body has to naturally get rid of the food in your stomach, you could choke and die to death. You could potentially die.
Because the knob, that huge thing in your mouth, is blocking.
That's the thing. The bolt in your mouth or the pin, whatever it may be, it could prevent the food from getting out of your mouth.
I agree. See, that's why me piercing my navel has no effect on if I happen to throw up or something.
Paige pierced her navel.
Yeah.
She went for a relatively mainstream type of piercing. Not so mainstream as the ears, but I'd say it's
Pretty common.
It's pretty common. A little less out there than.
Do you like it?
Oh, Paige, I love it. I mean, as a matter of fact, Paige, right now it's taking all the strength I have to control myself here on the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Look sexy?
Yeah, Paige, we got to stop talking about
Okay,
this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hush, hush. No, okay, seriously, Paige. Another issue that I'd like to talk about is if you have a nose thing. I said nose thing because I don't know what type of devices that they have out there.
You can
right
have
now for
one
your
in
nose.
between, like right here, or one over there.
A big peg, something coming out the side.
A loop of this.
A loop, right? One of those bull ring type devices.
Yeah.
If you have one of those, Paige, and I don't mean to be crude here, but if you have a booger stuck up your nose, you need to remove it. How are you going to do that?
Or even if you sneeze.
No, even if you sneeze, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Paige, you could rip your nose apart doing that.
That's what I'm saying.
Once again, Paige and I are trying to educate to prevent people from hurting themselves.
We don't like people hurting themselves.
Paige and I hate it when people get hurt. I mean,
We like you to enjoy yourself
Paige
and others.
Paige and I are humanitarians.
Yes, we are.
We love all people.
So we're just curious. I don't know
Yeah, we'd
if
like to have
anyone
people call
has.
us if anyone has any stories relating to this topic, if anybody could confirm or would like to refute what Paige and
argument
I,
that they're
the arguments that Paige and I
unclean.
presented, then we'd like you to call in. So anybody who's got some sort of piercing story, please call it. By the way, the video, Jules' video page,
Yes.
I was actually pretty impressed. We got a decent video, Paige.
Yeah, I even know that
I
song.
mean, Paige,
so
that
was huge. One
out
out
of
of
18 ain't too bad, Paige.
Go, Nick.
I'm telling you, Paige, one
Now-
out of 18 is not too bad.
I have a question for you.
What's up?
Would you ever pierce your ears? Or your nipple? I know
No.
males that have gotten their
See,
nipple
Paige,
pierced.
the problem with nipple piercing when it comes to men is that men have extremely sensitive nipples. Like, Paige, there's been times in my life where I've worn one of those shirts that has the
Little emblems.
little emblem up here, and it's got that cheap backing. It's got that backing that's like white, thick paper. It's like 3 times the thickness
Yeah.
of a coffee filter.
Like those things you put in the dryer or something.
That thing will rub your nipple raw. You'll be like a bloody steak afterwards. I'm telling you, it hurts.
So you wouldn't recommend
Well,
getting
Paige, I've been bedridden for days
really
from nipple rubbing.
nipple.
So I don't even want to imagine what would
It's
happen.
like a carpet burn.
I mean,
Just
Paige,
sucks.
that would be like going to the next level if I got some sort of nipple piercing.
Okay, I was just a little curious.
Heaven forbid I get into some fight with some guy. And
Someone
I'm
could just be
shirtless.
like,
He could
yank.
just take a pin through that thing and rip it off. And that
I
would
don't
hurt.
want that to happen.
Paige, that would hurt like hell.
I
mean,
think
that's
it
all-
would.
That's all I'd say about that.
I think. Do we have a phone call?
Do we have a caller? I think we do.
Subculture. Maybe not.
Oh, wrong phone. It's not funny. Okay. People.
My bad.
Hey, culpa. Oh.
No,
I had a little
no,
confusion here on
We're
the
getting a little
set.
confused. There's so many phones ringing for us that we don't know which one to press.
Subculture?
It's
Okay,
not.
enough of this tomfoolery, because we're just, Paige and I are looking like the town jokers here.
It's
I mean,
okay. though.
Paige, they're killing us.
But I think we should put on one video while you think about the whole
Right.
piercing issue.
While our audience out there thinks about our issue, we'd like to, Nick, could you shoot out one video? Could you get some big one?
Yeah, a huge one. Better than Jewel.
Yeah,
Nick.
huge,
Come on.
Nick.
Hook us up.
We're talking about top 40 presently. Hey, how are you?
Welcome back.
Subculture.
Phone
Okay,
call.
we have a phone call. Hi, how are you? Welcome to Subculture.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
It's going well?
Listen, I have a story about my homosexual spider monkey.
Homosexual spider
All right,
monkey.
first of all,
Listen.
I'm not familiar with the spider monkey. What is this thing like? Is it a big?
It's basically just, you ever see the movie Outbreak?
Yes, I like that movie.
The Ross from Friends, not to be like Ross, like this guy. Basically, that's the spider monkey.
Okay, and it is so homosexual.
Yeah.
How do you know?
When I was 15, my mother got it from the pet store. You know, we had the papers and the permits and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing ran away. And I didn't, it was basically, it ran away when I was about 16. It was gone for about 6 months. Walking through the woods one day, I came up to Big Gay Animal Sanctuary.
Right.
There's my monkey, right there, front door, climbing on the doorbell.
Now, is it spanking another monkey?
Hell no.
Okay.
No, it was not, no. Anyway, I met Big Gay Matt. He went in there, gave me a tour of everything inside the house. Came out, and, I was cool with the monkey. For a while, I was pretty pissed that it wasn't straight. I wanted like a bush monkey, like I wanted like the Outbreak monkey, kind of hanging out with Cuba Gooding Jr. and like Dustin Hoffman.
Right.
But my monkey was like, no, I wanted to hang out with like Barbra Streisand and Bette Midler.
Right.
Not
So
a
wait,
good.
that doesn't show it being gay, though.
It was definitely gay.
Did it what? Did it try something on you? Did this monkey grab you and try to forcefully take advantage of you?
No, it never touched my monkey.
That's good.
what
But I
what
didn't
it do
touch
then?
your
What
monkey.
What would suggest it was a homosexual monkey?
Big Gay Matt, Big Gay Animal Sanctuary.
Oh, big gay?
Big Gay Matt, yes.
Oh, I thought you said big game.
No, Big Gay Matt, Big Gay Animal Sanctuary. It's this guy in the forest. He runs a Big Gay Animal
Oh,
Sanctuary.
That's pretty heavy.
what's this guy's name? I mean, I never heard of him. I'm surprised he didn't call in.
His name's Big Gay Matt.
Jesus, Paige, I'm not picking anything up tonight.
You're out of it. You're
Paige,
gone.
I mean, with everyone that watches us, I mean, with all of Ithaca watching us, and probably, the surrounding other counties.
It had sex with a cat.
It what?
Sex with a cat?
Yes.
Pussycat or a different kind of
Had a
cat?
cat that was male. And this thing, like, I had friends with piercings. That's funny, you guys are talking about piercings. It would only go after the guys' piercings. Like, girls would be at pierced ears, nothing. Guy, pierced, all over it. It would be like a monkey on rice.
Wow.
Wow, wow.
Paige, you know what? This reveals something.
What
This
is it?
reveals the animalistic side of people that when it comes to body piercing.
Yeah.
I think body piercing is something that's very sexual. And when people see piercings a lot of times, just like a monkey, Paige, they'll go wild. I mean, you'll have a guy, I'll be like a dog on
They made the
angel
Cocoa
dust, Paige.
Krispies monkey look like Stallone.
All right, well,
Thank
thank you
you.
very much for calling,
Okay.
sharing the Spider Monkey story with us.
And watch us next week.
Keep it real.
Okay, bye. Wow. A farm of gay animals? Is that what he was?
Yeah,
referring?
Paige,
Okay.
I don't know where that is, but I mean,
I don't know. It's somewhere creepy. I'll tell you that.
It's an interesting place.
Phone call.
Phone call.
Subculture.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Paige, you're the coolest. Darling, represent. Woo!
Okay. I do not know that person,
Paige.
but okay.
Paige, all right, now, see, what just happened here on the show is typical of what happens to Paige and I when we're on campus.
It's so true.
Everybody goes up and talks to Paige, and nobody talks to me.
Because I got the piercings, and we already discussed that animals go
Paige,
for the males.
it goes beyond the piercings. We're going to put it where it's at, Paige. You know what
Okay.
it is?
All
We
right.
have another phone call. Hey, Subculture, how are you?
Yeah, it's wondering about Paige if she would ever, piercing done.
Sorry?
Pardon?
If you would ever consider having piercing done.
Oh, Paige has piercings.
Yeah, I have two, I guess, one hole in my ear, each ear, and I got my navel pierced this summer.
What about one of your breasts?
No, I would never do that.
No.
I just don't think
Are
that's...
you talking about randomly positioned somewhere on the breast? You're talking about an actual nipple piercing?
Because I wouldn't, anywhere, it would just not happen on me. I don't find it that... I don't know, what if, like, it catches on something, or, girls are vicious when they fight. They'll know where to go.
Yeah, no, that's one point.
Do you have some sort of service? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I don't have any service.
No,
Do you
sir.
have anything pierced?
No.
Nothing.
Would you ever?
I've been thinking about having my ears done.
Yeah. Do you hang out with folks who have piercings?
Yeah. I'm not sure. What did they do there?
Where do they do it? They would do it, I would say, at some places at the mall. You can get your ear pierced at the mall.
Really?
And I went to a tattoo parlor to get my navel
Yeah,
pierced.
Paige, where'd you get? Was this done here in Ithaca or?
No, this was done in Long Island, actually.
Long Island.
Long Island.
Can we see what you have it done?
You should probably, you know what? I would look up in the 9X.
No, let's see where they did your belly button.
Where do they do it?
Yeah.
It's, where your belly button is. That's it. That's where it is.
That's what I'd like to see.
Oh, just picture it or something. I don't believe in showing
No.
my body on
Come on.
live
Yeah.
air. And with that, we got to go and maybe close up. But thank you for calling.
Thank you very much for calling.
Okay, bye. I only show what needs to be seen on this show.
Paige, I've seen that thing.
Well, you've been fortunate enough to see it. You're
I've seen that
lucky.
thing.
You're one of the
All right,
special
now,
ones.
Paige, seriously. Yeah, it's been a success. This is week. Another phone call, but they hung up, so I'm just
So
gonna
I
forget
guess we'll
it.
forget them.
Week 4, Paige, huge show. As you can see, I'm here with my coffee, so I'm
You're just high on life right
flying,
now.
Paige. I mean, this is a big evening for me. If it wasn't for the fact that I have a prelim rather on Friday, you know,
Is that marketing by any chance?
it is marketing, Paige.
Good luck, honey.
Anyway, as always, Paige and I would like to thank our viewing audience. We hope that our show was as
Entertaining.
instructional and as entertaining as usual.
Yeah.
Paige, you know, since this is week 4 again, well, like I said, we've reached a real milestone.
Yeah, 4. It's a big
Number
one. I
4,
think 5 is going to be
huge
even
show.
bigger.
Probably, Paige.
5
You
is
know,
big.
I'd just like to say that it's a pleasure working you. I mean, it's a pleasure working with you, Paige, here, and I hope that we can
Continue.
that we can continue working together.
Well, that's so sweet. I like working with you too. In fact, I'm looking forward to inching my way closer to you because it seems like we keep getting closer as
Oh, Paige, I'm telling you,
show
it's
gets
that,
on,
it's
so-
that cologne I got on.
I know, it's turning me on. What am I gonna say?
Okay, we're going to close this one up. Good. We're going to go to one final video,
Video and then
we'll
credits.
see you next week.
Next week, so watch us.